Hello and welcome back. We are learning data visualization using MongoDB Charts and its implementation in Angular projects. So far, we have seen the authentication process of MongoDB Charts. In this video, we will try to implement one of the MongoDB authentication process, that is called custom JWT token. Before we start, please like this video so that YouTube algorithm can find us better, and also subscribe to this channel. Token and authentication with custom JWT means you can make a JWT token against your sign up method. So in this process you need a backend server which will log in with your credential, and then after successful login he will give a authentication token that we are saying a JWT token. Create a authenticated way of implementation. You should go to your chart dashboard, and inside that dashboard you can authenticatedly implement any chart or the whole dashboard. So we will try to implement the whole dashboard first. So click on the three dotted part and then embed and go to authenticated. So as this toggler is on, so I can I can give the authentication provider methods. So look, I have already added these three authenticated providers. So you can add as many as you like. So for this project we will try to implement one. So what they are saying that you need to add a custom authentication provider. So what is this provider? If you click on the ad, you can see this provider is custom JWT, Atlas App Services and Google. This is the provider that you can choose, and inside this you can add the validation of these processes. So let's select one. As we are going to implement custom JWT token, we will select that and give a name called sales test, and then it will ask you to give a select an algorithm of this JWT. There are two methods called HS256 RS256. I will select HS256 and give a signing key. Remember that this signing key will be needed when we are going to implement a server authentication. Give a name. So they have called that this name is anything you like. So we will just implement from their documentation. That's why I'm copying their signing key called top secret and then paste here. Then save. Look, sales test latest is added to our authentication method. So this part is done. Then we will go to our coding part. In the last video we have made some code refactoring of our front-end project. Now I have run our front-end project to a port called 4200. This is the front-end part. To make a server, we need to implement a node server or any server you want. So they have given a demo node server example which will provide a custom JWT token for us. So look at this code. They have taken a Express library which is a node backend framework library, then body parser, corpse, which is needed for a backend server. Then it has given a demo user and password. Using this password and the secret that we have provided in our authentication here in this authentication provider, that will be added as a secret, and then this authentication process will give you a token, and then we will use this token to our front end. Okay, so let's start. First we need to make a demo node server. For that, click on the project, and this will be a node project, and click where you want to save this. Let's say I want to save my project where I have the front end. Okay, so make a folder called, suppose, demo server. Okay, then click on OK, and this will be included a node and npm package. So click on the create this window. No, this will be on the new window. Okay, so you can see that this command has make a node application for us. So for implementing this thing, I need to make a file. So we'll go to our server, make a file called JavaScript file called index.js, and inside this index.js add the whole code. In it. Okay, and for the configuration of the secret key, we will use another file called config.js, and if you see in the documentation that inside the config.js they want to send the secret key that we are provided in the dashboard. So if I go there inside, so our implementation part is done. Then we need a couple of packages. First, to run this server we need a start process, which will make a nodemon index.js. So what is this nodemon? Nodemon is a node server runner which will run automatically and will not stop if a process is done. It will be restart always. Next, we need to install the packages we have added from the code. So if you make your cursor here, you can see the install these packages if it is not installed. So I will fast forward from here to install the packages. You can do the same. So my node server related packages installation is done. So before we run this project, as we are using this nodemon, we need to install that also. So npm I nodemon. You can also save in the save deps. Done. After that you can run the project using start. Okay, so you can see that our project is running on port 8000. Awesome. Now we need to implement our front end part. If you go the documentation again, you can see that they have implemented this login part in the front end using a method called login. So we will implement this login from our front end. So this is our folder structure. So as we need another service, so create that service, make a directory called login service. The custom login service, make a Angular symmetric. Inside the custom login service, make a Angular symmetric service called, this will make a service called custom login service for you. Inside that, copy the login function that will return the token. Copy this code and paste it here. So as it is an Angular project, we need not to add function, and let's say we will add username admin and password called password. As we are not will implement a UI to get the admin and password, for now we will just provide the username password as admin and password. So using this username password, this will be provided a JSON token. The server will give us a JSON token. So now before we make a chart render, first we need to see it is logged in or not. If it is logged in or a valid user, then we will be rendering the chart. So for that, first try to make a function called try login. It will be also a async method, and I need to import the service private custom login custom login service. Okay, so inside this I will call that this dot custom login service dot login. The value of this login will be stored in a variable, let's say token. As it is a async method, I need to put a await before that, and I want to make this thing try login. If I have that token from there, we need to say if I will try to render chart, render dashboard. Okay, fine. So what have we done is, first we will try to log in. The login will call the login method and try to fetch the token. If I have the token, we will try to render method. Now one thing is missing, that for authenticated login we need to pass the token in the base URL. For that we need to pass the token in this function, say token, and it will be get here, or it will be a string though, and when we are making this dashboard we need to also pass the token. Let's say token there, and inside that dashboard there will be another parameter called to add a function called get user token. So in this function I need to provide our token. Okay, so our code is doing. So if you go to your UI and then select the show dashboard, look at the magic. It is rendering the chart. with authenticated way. So if you are confused that our server is running or not, you can also check from there. If you go to our code and console log the token from here, save the server starting. Now server is up. So now go to our code and refresh this page. Select the show dashboard part. Now see that this is fired and this token is generated. Isn't it awesome? So we have implemented our custom JWT token in our MongoDB application. You can just remove this server and connect to your real server that provides you a JWT token and connect to this to your front-end project, and it will be showing in an authenticated way. And remember one thing, that if you are sending this token, if it is coming from a local storage or IndexedDB, don't forget to parse the token, otherwise this will give you an error. So this is for this video. See you on the next one. And before we end, don't forget to like and share this video, and also if you love this video, please give a heart emoji in the comment. Thank you. Take care.